and welcome to Distinguished Billiards pool table reworking video. This is the one that I practice and play on. And up until 6-7 months ago, I wasn't all that serious, so I hadn't been playing as much. And these pockets have always been quite large. So that's the big thing. This felt's not that old. It's only 6 or 7 months old. It is 30-30 Tour Edition. But we're doing new rubber, so we're going to do new felt. And we'll go back with the same felt more than likely for now because the price isn't too bad and it's available on the market. The first thing I was going to look at here is just get a general measurement of these pockets. And they are quite large. They're basically garbage cans. We're looking at 4 3/4 on the opening of this one with about 1 3/4 shelf. And the side pockets, we're at about 5 1/4 with pretty much no shelf. And this type of table is more like an Oldhausen or American Heritage or something of that nature. I actually don't know what it is. What I do know from when I got it is 1-inch slate, 3-piece. And that's about the gist of the table situation. But we're going to get these pockets a lot tighter. We got some new rail rubber. Jason Fick will be helping me with the rail rubber and stuff, so he's got a lot more experience with that than I do. I did do these ones before, but I just put them back to where they were when I got the table because it was more like a home style table. And we're just going to try to tighten these pockets up, make it a little more of a stiffer playing table, and hopefully also increase my game. Different tools and stuff. Obviously, we're going to need to take this table apart. And we'll start going on it. First thing is there's rail covers underneath each ends on the sides and stuff here. And we got to take those off so we can access the bolts that hold these rails down. I'm sure there's a bunch of ways of how to do this, and I'm sure somehow I'm doing it differently than what you or someone else would do. And of course, dropping parts to my pool tables always really good for the parts and the video. And we'll keep trying to commentate as we're hiding under the pool table from everyone watching. I found it's always best if you hide from the people watching you. That way they can't see you. But obviously, we can bag up all of our goods. I've taken this table apart quite a few times, so I know how and where everything goes. I still like to bag it up so it doesn't get lost. Traditionally, if I had not been doing that, I would label the stuff. The rails had been previously labeled, so I'll see what I can see of the labels that were on them from before and relabel them accordingly as we get to that portion of it. I am not a professional installer in any way, shape, or form. I've just found it much more financially viable to do it myself. So through experience of just doing it, and of course talking to people, watching people's videos, I learn a whole lot. What I'm currently doing, like I said, I'm taking the rail covers off, but while I'm down here, the pockets are screwed also to the bottom wood portion of the table that's under the slate. So I'm also removing those screws as well. I know everyone really likes to watch a grown man lay and roll around their pool table. So I think it's very important that I document doing so. And it hopefully won't take too long to get these things off and on the table. And that'll end the video for this portion of what we're doing here. And hopefully we'll see some more of this other stuff over at Jason Fick's place. because he's already doing rails on someone else's table. Actually, they got this very moment. So I'm getting these ready for us to do in his place. And then we'll come back over here and work on putting the new bed belt down on my table. And then getting these new rails and stuff over there. The big thing is just getting some base measurements and just getting these things off here for now. Again, I'm still just going around removing the end covers and the rail sort of caps, if you want to call them that, and of course the screws that hold the another part of the pocket to the base of the table. Now, if I had not taken all of these off before and numbered them in the past, you would want to do that now as you take them off, or before you take them off, depending on which one of those routines makes you feel a little more comfortable about the situation. So, label these if you don't know where they go. I happen to know where they all go. Set these over here out of the way. And that's going to bring us next to double checking. Let's make sure we got all these loosened up here. Oh, see, we forgot around the screws. So when we check stuff, we don't want to end up with surprises when we got rails in our hands. And you're removing screws. Alright, that one's off. And let's see. Make sure we go around and check to see if we forgot any screws, and we did. Sometimes, even though you put the screws in, you hide them from yourself. And these pockets do show a little wear, but I did replace them about 8 years ago. And like I was saying, up until fairly the last 7 months, I really hadn't been playing much pool. Come down here every now and then. But now we're back in the game. Alright, so we removed the rail covers. They tuck up underneath the edge of the rail here. There is a lip where they go. And then all the pockets are unbolted from the table. Or unscrewed, I guess. And now there's bolts that bolt the rails through the slate down. And they come from underneath, obviously. So what I'd like to do is go under here and just start loosening these up. Like so. I torqued them on there decently well before, so typically my drill won't always break them loose. And so I like to go around by hand, just kind of break them loose. I believe there are 3 on each drill on this table. I know there's many different ways around bolt to tables and stuff of that nature, but this is the one we have here, so this is the one I'm going to show you guys. And then you can see a little something with it. Alright. Got that one now. Now that it was loosened up, I'll go around and I guess start moving all of them. I guess if I was being a little more proficient, I would have set my drill up with a bit as well to pull these out a little bit faster, but then we would have less time together talking about this. And, well, we don't want that if we're not going to learn who we are. get to know each other a little bit, spend some time here dealing with the pool table. Yeah, it's actually quite amazing how much of a change pocket size actually does with your pool game and stuff too. Because these large pockets, it's easy to get the balls in, but you don't quite get the same understanding of ball speed and playing the pocket the same, things of that nature. So it actually hurts your game. At a certain point, more than it's helping to not have an appropriate table versus what you want to have your gameplay be at. And I found the first time you mess with your own pool table or work with pool tables seems to be certainly the most challenging and where you feel the most apprehension with really going at it. But at a certain point, if you're going to learn to do it, you got to do it. I mean, that's what I found with it too, is it really learning as much as you can before you do it. Obviously, it's going to help you understand better what you're doing, but in the end, you still just have to get after it. Alright, so now these are all unbolted, and they're just all sitting there. We're just going to make sure we have all the bolts out. I'm just going to pick them up. We don't want a stray bolt attacking us when we're starting to take more of this apart. So I'm going to go and start looking at our numbers, kind of see where that's at. Alright, looks like this rail right here is number 2. I don't know if I named this run number 2 or if someone else did, because this table was already quite old when I got it. I don't exactly remember what its age is, but it's old enough to know what's going on. It's been around the block. It's seen some pool table type stuff. Number 1 is over here. And what number's the inner rail? Let's see. Oh, we've kind of covered it up. Let's see here. Ooh, is that a 6? Now it's a 9. If your traditional table has 9 rails, you might have too many rails. This is an 8-foot table. I didn't say that in front. It is an 8-footer. You know, if there was room in here for a 9, I'd have a 9, but the 8 itself is even kind of tight. And I'm just kind of pulling stuff down, looking for rail numbers here. That is pretty nice to take on the table and the numbers so we know who lived where. You know, you get a rail outside of its home area, you don't know what kind of trouble it's going to get into. Let's specify one as well. We have 2 number 5 rails apparently. At least for odd railage. Oh, see, that's the slate on this one. Alright, there's 5. That's 5. Okay. Now let's go over here and see. Looks like the slate's numbered as well. So we're going to be rechecking the rails on this. This is one of the things you run into when tails are taken apart a bunch of times by different people. You might encounter different numbers. And then you want to make sure you're getting it right. So you're right back at checking if that was right. That was number 6. We're getting close. close. We are getting closer. We just gonna keep working with it. Here we are. You know, this one goes on the end. Alright. So we got some rails numbered up. And from here, we gotta take them off. Can't say I have an exact science to this part of it. I'm just gonna go after what feels right at the time. For some reason today, to me that feels like the corner pocket right here. And they're screws. Now these rails have bolts that come through the end here that have holes in them with threads. And then a screw comes from the bottom into that. And that is what holds the pocket into the room. So we will go ahead and start extracting screws like such. And this, since this shelf is being replaced, we are not very concerned with damaging it. At least I'm not. I'm sure someone somewhere probably is. People have their own ways. But there's the pocket. And so, like I was saying, if you look here, that's where you have these that come out, come through here, bolt comes to the bottom, screws to this, holds pocket to the table. And we'll come over here. Let's try to roll it a little bit there, so we'll drop that stuff and pick this up. We'll just set this right out here. Put our screw in our bag. And there we have one rail off of the table. See, it's not that time consuming on this table. It could be worse. I have found when you put the pockets back on, it can be a little bit of a struggle compressing it against the end cap with the felt, but it's not too bad either. Pull this just a little bit. You don't want to go too far because stuff starts falling off the table. We don't have too many incidents like that. I try to limit it to one. I'd say one incident per table assistantly. That's probably one too many, but well, I'm not any more perfect than anyone else out there. So I think we keep it to one incident. We're in a reasonable incident accountability time. What was a better word for that? I'm sure there is. Maybe we'll figure it out if we keep talking through the process of what we're doing here. And we remove another pocket. I don't name my pockets. I don't know if anyone does. But if someone out there does name their pockets, then you don't want to get them mixed up, because you start calling a pocket by the wrong name, you might upset that pocket. And then it's gonna come back and get you when you're playing when you least expect it. We already know the pool gods are quite moody sometimes. We don't want to make them any angrier than they already are. You know, I don't know why they're angry. Maybe they aren't angry. Maybe they're just teaching us positive lessons. They're happy little pool pockets. Maybe. We can do a lot of things with happy pool pockets. Hopefully it's running tables. Alright, we're getting close here, real close. We're down to our last pocket, our last corner. We gotta be a little more careful with this one because we don't have as much holding the rails on the table now. So, tell you what, I'll take care of this one. You guys hold that one, okay? You got it? I don't doesn't look like you got it. Alright, I'll get it. We got that one too. Sweet. Alright, so that's off. And since this is the last one, we'll flip it upside down to make it easier. And if we look here, there is our last bolt for removing And there we have it. We have removed the rails from this pool table in a reasonable amount of time. My opinion, I'm sure someone can do it better, someone can do it faster. But I've showed you how to do it, as many other people probably have as well on the internet. I look forward to seeing you guys more, and I'll see you in the next video.